We're all seeing the impact of this coronavirus. I mean, our newsroom, we've got a handful of people who come in, and the rest of us are trying to make do working at home with all of the right equipment, et cetera. And then when you do go out, you go to the grocery store, right? You see a lot of the impact of coronavirus right there on the shelves. There's worry about supply chain. There's worry about, running out of some products. There's worry about some stores limiting what we can buy. So then this next story you might think is a bit counterintuitive, because we've got our business host, Scott Peterson, who can talk about milk. And some farmers in Ontario have been told, Scott, and I don't get this, to dump what they are producing.
Totally counterintuitive in this environment of going to the grocery store and wondering whether what you want is going to be on the shelf. But take a look at this, because this is what Ontario dairy farmers are being asked to do. About 500 farms in Ontario itself are being asked to dump about 5 million litres of raw milk per week, and this comes from the Dairy Farmers of Ontario Association. Now, this is a supply side issue, and there's less supply, more demand. Now, here's a statement as well from the association saying how unusual this is. Cheryl Smith, their CEO, saying that in the 55-year history, Dairy Farmers of Ontario had only once before had to ask producers to dispose of raw milk. And what this does is it lessens the supply. It's supposed to increase the price of the product here, and it's basically a co-op, a supply side management. So they're being told to do this to maintain the supply and also the pricing, but it also runs counter to what a lot of people are worried about, and that is making sure there's enough supplies on the shelves. And it also runs counter to what the Ontario Dairy Council is saying, and they're saying demand for milk is up 40%. So a little bit of a mixed message from Ontario farmers right at a time when a lot of Canadians are worried about what's on their shelves and if they're going to be, what's there, what they want to buy.